Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And this is going to be a speculation video because I want to talk about units that are uh, good but also not good, right? We have the Octagram units. Leon, Guy, Dino, Romulus, Milim, Daggerel, and then all the way up here is Lumi. And then and then bitch ass Protector Rimuru. So Octagram units are like an in-game original. They have original outfits. They have, for the time they had interesting, ridiculous powers. Like when Guy came out, he was the only character with a guaranteed stun. Unfortunately, he released at a time where you couldn't stun anything, but he definitely was interesting to look at, and then they messed him up and broke him, and then they shut the game down for like 12 hours. But that's neither here nor there. But what we know is that Octagram units nowadays are really not useful. Like, Lumi is good, Guy is good, and these five plus Rimuru have very, very limited uses to the point where it's not even worth buying them. Like, I bought all of them so I could do their showcase videos. All of them already have their skill fusions, which I would say don't really make them that much better. Like, Lumi gets another 20% on the alt buff. That's great. But, like, Guy gets burn on his stun? Like, I'm not bringing Guy on a burn team. These other powers, they change, but they're done. Like, we have not reached a point where they're either upgrading old units to EX units or, like, a double skill fusion kind of level where, their other skill gets changed or they somehow get a further amount of upgrade. Like, these Octagram units are capped out. And if we take a look at my handy-dandy spreadsheet, the last time we got one was Protector Rimuru on March 28th of last year, right? The game came out, and we already knew when the game came out on October 28th that Space Milim was like an in-game original costume. Look at this sweet outfit. She's got ridiculous stats. And then by the time you were able to get her on December 27th, because that's when we had enough emblems that they gave us to actually buy her, they're like, oh, by the way, Romulus is coming the day after. So take your pick. She's a gigantic healing unit. Oh, okay. And then they, came out. So the last time we actually had a battle unit was November 24th of 2022. And we, when EX units came out, on March 20 or late February, right? They gave all the Octagram units that were existing skill fusions, and then they're done. So, but could they do this again? Like, could they add new Octagram units to the game? And I say, sure, why not? I mean, you could be lazy and use the same outfits. You could put them in different poses or something. Obviously, give them different skills. You could make them EX units and actually make them, somewhat viable, because Leon is a damage unit, but old damage units can't hold up in, today's meta because they just don't output enough damage, regardless of the amount of support you put around them. They just can't hold a candle. Like, a 490% alt is not as good as a 735% alt, and that's just, the sad fact of math. So, what could they do to make Octagram units relevant again? And the easiest way is to make EX versions of them. Give them different skills, give them updated skills, give them meta-relevant skills, and then the question comes to be, well, how would we get them? Because we already have Octagram emblem currency, and that's the only way you can get Octagram units, right? Octagram Bazaar, I have 396 because I don't really feel like buying dupes for anybody, because Lumi is the best one. Guy, he's stunning. I don't need dupes in him, and I don't really feel like duping anybody else out. So we've got all these old emblems that are just chilling here that I'm not going to use because, Octagram gear is stupid. Getting shards for the characters I just explained, I don't need them. So it's like, what could they do? If we get EX units, EX Octagram units, we could get EX Octagram emblems, right? They could be diamondy, nice and shiny instead of the dark. And this shop could exist as old Octagram Bazaar, and there could be a new shop that's EX Octagram Bazaar. And then you would acquire those through various means. I don't really know. But like the ISIS coin bazaar, every week you can buy one, and then it resets, and then you get emblems from bingo missions and other rewards and login stuff or event clears. There are a number of ways we get Octagram emblems now, and we actually get quite a few of them compared to when they were first a thing. So my idea is that you take all the locations that we get Octagram emblems from currently, bingos or whatever, like bingo event bingos, and you replace these with EX emblems. And then you will start acquiring those to get the new EX Octagram units. And they move these emblems into a different, easier to get spot because they'll be outdated, right? New shiny EX Octagram characters. Who gives a shit about the old stuff? Put it somewhere. Go shove it under a bench or something. The easiest way they could do that is they could then like open up the event shop and put a whole butt ton of like emblems in here for you to buy with event currency. Because if you're doing this with a good amount of event percentage, you're going to clear the shop out of anything that's really useful that's like limited to buy, and you're still going to have like a week or so left of doing the 20 parallel processing. And then what I do is I just end up buying flashback crystals and stocking up on those because I'll have bought everything else that's on sale out of the shop, and I don't need to buy these grindstones at normal cost or whatever. So they could easily put old emblems into the event bazaar every single month, and they could give you like 50 or something, and then every month you could get enough to get a dupe. Get a dupe of, or every month and a half ish, 2 months, whatever, get a dupe of an Octagram unit, or buy an Octagram character. And because they're old, they don't really put value in those anymore. So I don't really think they would have a problem doing that. They want to regulate how we get the brand new shiny ones. And that would be now. They would replace every place you would get emblems. So the ISIS Coin Bazaar, this would now be an EX emblem or something. And the bingo missions would be EX emblem rewards and whatever emblems. But I think that would probably be the easiest way to bring some hype back, because when these guys were still releasing, we were always like, when's the next Octa unit going to come out? Are they going to be good? Because like Guy came out, like he couldn't really use them. And then Light Leon came out, and he's like, oh, okay, he's like a competent DPS character. Okay, you put some dupes in him, he can do really good damage. And then Lumi came out and just shit all over everybody, and then continued to shit over Dino and Daggerel. And it's like, oh man, can you imagine if Daggerel was as useful as Lumi was when she came out? Oh, no, Daggerel sucks. All right, well, what if Dino comes out and he's really good, and then he's not good? And then we were waiting forever. It seemed like forever for Protector Rimuru, because people like, the last one is Rimuru. What are they going to do? Are they going to make him a shit battle unit like, Dino and Daggerel have been? Are they going to make him godly like Valentine? Are they going to make him a Protector? And then he ended up being a Protector, and he was also pretty ass. So it's like, God damn it, guys. You can't give us good things. And then they gave him skill fusions that made them all a little bit better. But still, it's like there were times where we were hyped up to get the next Octane and to see what they would do and see how they would operate and if they would be good. I think bringing another 8 units back into the game that could get us really hyped for their next release, that are months apart, December to March, April, and then June, August, November, March. It's like, I think that could be good for the community to look forward to something that we know it will come. We just don't know when. And then it's like the speculation begins of, what are they going to do? What fits in today's meta? Are they a support unit? Are they a big daddy or big mommy damage character? Like, are they going to support multiple teams? Are they going to do some crazy stuff? It's like, I had fun waiting for these characters. And then I was horribly crushed and disappointed when they ended up not being overly good. But I did enjoy waiting and speculating for them. So I think they could very easily do that and add another level of EX Octagram characters, something else for us to collect and take a look at and use. Because if they can make anything, as long-lasting as Dark Lumi has been, because, when did she come out? June 29th of 2022, and she is still heavily meta-relevant in January 12th of 2024? Like, that's really good longevity for a free-to-play character. I want to emphasize that. Free-to-play. You do not need to summon for Dark Lumi. You just need to play the game and do missions, and it rewards you by giving you one of the best aging characters to date, alongside the hero. because they came out in roughly the same time. A couple months after. I think they came up with Leon, actually, is the hero. But, Lumi's proven her worth time and time again, and that's why she's the only one at level 120 with a skill fusion and everything maxed out for me, because she's actually fucking good. But I feel like they could do the same, and they could actually take the mistakes that they've learned from making these 3 units and apply that into be like, well, how do we make everyone like Dark Lumi? How do we make everyone be hyped up and want to play the game and want to collect these new emblems for a character that is as powerful as what a current meta Lumi would be? I think that would be good for the game, in all honesty. And it honestly would not be hard to implement. Make a quest. You could make a Corridor of Awakening style thing, right? Let's go back to that shop. Corridor of Awakening. These purple crystals. You could get an Octagram Corridor of Awakening, and you collect, the dupes or shards or emblems for the Octagram characters, and you get, less every month than what this would normally give you. But still, it's like another way to get the old characters maxed out, so you can just say that you have all the old characters maxed out. Or again, just replace everything and put it all into the event shop, in the beatdown shop. These are 2 easy places to just shove a whole bunch of old emblems into, call it a day, and then worry about where you're going to put the EX emblems. So I think they could do good things with this idea. But I'm interested to hear your take. It's just a theory, right? I don't need... Oh, damn it. I didn't mean to quote MatPat there. I just saw his leaving thing, and I didn't really watch that, but we're getting off topic. Anyways, speculation. So let me know what you guys think. How would you implement new Octagram characters? Let's get some ideas across, and then maybe in the next user survey, be like, hey, what about this? How does this sound? Or maybe they just tell us straight up. It's like, hey, by the way, we're making new EX emblems. And then it's like, oh, okay, cool. The video worked. But let me know what you guys think. That's it for me. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all later.